Before we start, how many of you are from the marketing or publishing side of the business? Raise your hands. Nice. Okay. Actually, today I'm going to cover the topic on branded content, which is kind of important not only for marketing people, but for everyone in this industry. So, we do live in the era of people paying for YouTube, not like getting annoyed by all the ads. And like everyone use ad block because it's annoying to receive all those irrelevant messages. So yeah, that's why I want to introduce branded content to you. But before we start, I want to tell you a story about the company I'm with and where my experience is coming from. So I'm with Playsense. Playsense is the creative powerhouse where we produce engaging marketing solutions for video games. Well, our story is pretty unique because we were born around 10 years ago inside Wargaming, which is, well, huge game developer, publisher, as their in-house agency. So we were there to support all Wargaming titles with the majority of marketing content, like from small banners to full-weight advertising campaigns. Last year in 2022, Playsense became fully independent. Now our experience and knowledge is available to the whole video games industry, and we are happy to work with, well, Riot Games, Ubisoft, Tencent, Wargaming, Nacon, The Sandbox, like many other companies. So just to visualize what I just said, let me show you the show reel.
Just press play. 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 These are the words to kickstart my day. In the land of nomads, I'm free to do my best. Striving for the horizon. At work, everything is play, in a sense. Sense of story and storytelling. Sense of wonder, the ability to amaze and be amazed. Sense of adventure, the right to experiment. Sense of urgency, focus, speed and momentum. Sense of teamwork, of team play. And when playfulness is allowed and hard work is given, it just makes sense.
Nice. I really love it. Like enjoying watching it on the big screen every time. So yeah, branded content. That was the topic, right? Yeah. By the way, this is me. A cool picture of me. I spent part of my career at Wargaming, where I had a lot to do and grew up to the head of the in-house agency. Now I'm happy to be with Playsense as their CEO. Branded content. Well, in general, branded content is form of like part of your marketing strategy. But unlike traditional ads, or for example trailers, branded content doesn't just like sell or promote your game directly. The idea behind it is using your game's brand values, your audience interests, and well, trying to align it to build the emotional connection between them. And why audience love branded content? They do love it because they even don't understand like its marketing. Because the goal of branded content is to, well, to entertain, sometimes to educate, and education is also kind of part of entertainment as well. So the idea is you create a content, you link it to a game, but it's not about your game. So that's an idea. So you, like, as said, you use your brand's values, your game's brand values and audience interests, and you align them and create powerful emotional connection between them. So why I'm speaking about emotions? Great marketing is not about giving people what they want. It's about, well, making people feel what you want them to feel. This is like a very basic idea because emotions, it's the most important part of our life. On every day we seek for emotions. We are all about pride, enjoyment, curiosity, achievement, all this stuff. And emotions, they make us all feel alive. When community love your game, when people love your brand, they're ready to pay premium for it if you provide meaningful emotions to them. And like they pay not only for the cost of your game, they pay for additional value that you provide to them. This is an idea. This is basically how you build brands. And actually, the job of everyone in gaming industry is to craft powerful emotions. And it's tough. It's tough and risky job, because, well, the line is very thin. You launch fake, irrelevant, exaggerated content, and it may lead to automatic rejection. So I think like it's also important to understand that each person working with game, they must know their audience to provide like the relevant messages, the relevant content as well. Well, today we're going to explore a number of like types of branded content which are more relevant to video games industry, like blogs where you make updates, like some insights about how the game development is going, or podcasts, which is kind of the same thing as blogs, but with like using other messages, other mediums which are also rapidly growing these days. Books, comics, articles, they add additional visual storytelling to the lore of the game, or sub-games like puzzles. You create some new additional interactive experience, connect them with your game, make her community play something like in fun, challenging, but like in another way than your game is built. But today, I'd like to focus more on video content, like developer diaries, documentary series, behind the scenes, music videos, well, collaborations, obviously. Why is that? Video has been introduced in advertisement, like in marketing in general, many years ago. Still, it's one of the most powerful tools that game marketeers have. Well, according to a number of researchers, like 84% of consumers, they buy a product after watching a video about it. Like, it leads to automatic trust of people who work with marketing. Like, those are just points that support the whole statement that video is a hero, video is a king. I love the third one. Like, videos get 1,200% more shares than images and text combined, which is like giving us an idea when next time you want to produce some like article to the blog, when you want to create some, well, art, just think about it. Why shouldn't you like produce video at this particular moment? I mean, like, it's your marketing strategy, you know, like it should be diverse, like not only built on video, but it is what it is. Videos like are most shareable assets. So yeah, just diving deeper to the content itself, behind the scenes. Just like a spoiler, I'm not going to show you all the videos today, like out of respect to time. So I will share the presentation to you, like to all who will be interested, with all the links clickable, so you'll you'll get the understanding what I'm talking about. So the first here is behind the scenes of Marvel Snap. Marvel Snap is like a digital card game based on Marvel universe, and how they did it, like this is like behind the scenes as showing talents behind game development. And how guys at Marvel Snap did it like in very passionate, honest way. Like they showed all the challenges, they demonstrated like the achievement during the production process. It's quite amazing. And the other one is an interview with the game director of Returnal. Well, it's built around the like a day with interviewer walking around the woods. They explore places which like and emotions that inspired the team to produce such a game. So like given you know, when you show people behind game development to the audience, it shortened the distance between community and the game itself. Like I can tell, oh, like real people produced it. Like they have their flaws, they have like their advantages, they know what they do, and like I could trust them, I can't relate to this product. This is, I think, the magic of those developer diaries or behind the scenes or documentaries. The other thing is collaboration, which is kind of popular these days, but I'd like ask you not to confuse it with integrations. Because like integration where like famous blogger just put your product and put it to their video. It doesn't work like that. The idea behind collaboration is to align all the brands that participate in this kind of collaboration, like not like brands but values of the brands and audience interests. Like the first one here is a unique collaboration between PlayStation and Netflix. So the idea was to produce the very first live horror movie. And well, like it was on Spanish-speaking audience to Spain to Argentina, and like it was quite successful, very horror-y, and it like Netflix after that received more than 52 million expressions and like positive response from the audience. I really love what Wargaming does with their annual holiday ops campaign. So they, like in this case, Playsense supported Wargaming in bringing celebrities to World of Tanks, and those campaigns are usually warmly welcomed by audience. Like it's no trick here, because all brands, like brand of the celebrity, brand of the game, their values are aligned with what audience wanna see, and at the end of the day, it leads to like very strong emotional connection between the brands and between the audience. Music videos. Well. This is, I think, like music and gaming is like the most powerful collaboration possible, because it's pretty easy there to align audience interests, because like music and games, it's all part of entertainment. So like this example of imaginary bands, bad randoms related to Brawl Stars, or like great collaboration between Sabaton, which is a real band, with World of Warships. I'm not going to say a word more, because like in an hour here in the same room, Alexey Zhdanovich will be speaking about music videos, like music and games interactions. I think it's a one-of-a-kind talk, so strongly encourage you to join. Shows. My favorite, to be honest. Like what Supercell did with their 8th anniversary of Brawl Stars. So what they did, like they produced the very first live motion capture show. It was like they brought famous content creators, they used the characters of the game, and well, it's like they played guitar, they sang, like it was super funny. I think one was watching. Short film and series. I bet most of you watched The Last of Us, or Arcane, and well, after both those series released, the sales for Last of Us jumped, and the online for League of Legends also like increased. I think like some of you, like less popular example here is Clashorama, which is a TV series based on Clash of Clans universe. More than 2 billion views on YouTube. Like huge, huge number and like super creative content. Those examples that I just put, though, they are ultimate. Like, I mean, not every company can afford to launch their branded content on Netflix, HBO, like involve top animation studios or like famous voiceover actors. What Star Citizen did, like they launched their short, like 10-episode series. Each episode is less than 1 minute on their YouTube channel. It's super exciting. Like they brought additional input or like their lore to their universe. They expanded it. The same stuff with Overwatch, which just like the animated shorts are classic already. They use their YouTube channel only. What they do, they bring like background of each character, which kind of helps to relate to them, and like what at the result, community loves those characters more, and they're ready to pay for it. Well, in general, branded content, it's a way to build relationships with audience. So it helps you to speak on the different level with them. You give audience new perspectives of how you create your lore, how your brand was, how your game was produced. Also, to be honest, like it opens new monetization opportunities for you. It also attracts new audience to your game. Yeah, and well, once again, emotional connection. It's like the most important part of working with games brand. Just short recap or like, let's say recommendations. So before starting doing like branded content, you should start thinking about your game as a brand. Like it should have a personality, it should have a soul, it should have opinion, it should have like a face. Because I bet like your game is a living thing and you should treat it like that. Choose the right format, you know your audience. And well, experiment with it, like work with it, ask them what they want. And I think like I showed you many types, maybe blog or podcast will work for you better rather than some video stuff. Experiment with it. Do a collaboration. Find a brand which will benefit from you, and well, try it. Do that. Like there are plenty of brands outside game industry which are striving to enter this industry. And well, you could start chatting with them. I bet there are plenty of opportunities. My experience says so. So yeah, in general, as said, like branded content is like a way to build relationships with the audience, and it helps to build your brand. Well, look. I'm gonna share it like with anyone who reach me out. Like all links are clickable on all researchers, on all videos. It might get you inspired by like there are plenty of nice examples, right? So try it. I encourage you to try it. And if you have any questions, I will be here.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Do we have any questions in the audience?
Thank you for amazing presentation. I do believe that you really have inspiring video and examples, so I do recommend to all of you guys watch it. My question is about metrics, about marketing, about something outside the topic. I understand that you have shared some ideas and cases how to collaborate game and different types of content, but can you add few words about impact, about connection, about potential metrics you potentially measure, or how you build the business story for clients when you show that we can connect these stories and somehow increase something in terms of business. If you could share a couple of words about it, please.
That's a fantastic one. If I have another 30 minutes, I'd be happy to jump into all the details. Though I understand what in general there are two sides of gaming marketing. Like the first is performance campaigns, which are easily trackable. You could know every step of what user done all the way to funnel. With branded content, it's kind of harder, and we should understand that it's a long-term investment. So when you produce branded content, you should understand it won't drive your sales right now. If you do it consistently. If all your activities are increased on building, developing your brand, making it stronger, content should be focused on the community of making it your loyal followers. It's the only way how how you succeed. But yeah, long story short. Give it a time, and it will repay you by actual audience, by actual sales. I mean, it's brand. You can't build your brand for 2 weeks. It takes years.
Great, thank you. Do we have another question? I can ask mine. No. All right. Then I wanted to ask you, are there any pitfalls on making the branded content, which you need to exactly pay attention to?
I mean, there is no magic pill here. You should know your audience, and audience of each game is unique, and we should treat audience like a unique thing, not doing some generic stuff. I think this is what the most common mistake in the industry is not treat people as people, but treat them as users.
Great. And if there are no questions, I'll continue with my talk. Then what kind of maybe researches you would recommend doing before making the content to understand your audience better and stuff?
That's a tough one. I mean, that's a tough one. There are plenty you could do, though. As we're at DevGAMM, I mean, in indie development, I would start just asking people in Discord chat how they want to be entertained, what are their interests. I mean, if you do that, you receive the basic knowledge of how they feel and what they want to hear or watch.
Got it. So basically, hire a community manager. All right. Thank you very much.